But there's also an insurrection going on whenever you hit them with your car because you're using force and intimidation Yeah, he did. I can provide you the CNN article that says
can I ask you something?
that he was hit by the car before he shot.
ICE agent should have called her a fucking bitch.
And from rebellion by its focus on resisting current rule rather than establishing a new one. I'm the mod.
So we're just power tripping and not listening to my point? I wasn't over
I was
talking.
stepping on your neck there. See, there you go. Your box is like
Yeah, I am now. I'm being rude now because you're being mean to me. I didn't do anything wrong.
Disgraceful. Very disgraceful. Go ahead.
So, do we all agree with Destiny's definition of insurrection?
What was his definition?
His definition of insurrection is a 4-point definition. It starts with 1 is an assemblage, meaning a group of people that have come together. 2 is resisting any law or interfering with the course of government proceeding. 3 is this has to be done by the way of force or intimidation. 4, this has to be for public concern and not for a private cause. By that definition, I would contest majority of these leftists going against ICE are insurrectionists.
I don't line myself with bootlickers.
Well, would you have a contrary definition that would disagree with Destiny? Or would you agree with that definition?
He's a grifter.
Well, I thought you were a leftist.
What he has to say about it.
Faggot, retard.
He's your biggest
faggot.
He's your biggest debater on your side, and you don't agree with him on the definition of insurrection.
Him and Dean are both grifters.
Oh, so Christy, you gonna go through with your promise or what?
James, you're such a fucking fan, you bitch. How many accounts
Such a little you wouldn't even go through with your promise.
That is pretty based that he has this many accounts that he
you'd use your bailout as an excuse.
That's pretty based.
You are such a fucking fan. I know I am, and I love sucking dick.
So read that list one more time.
So Destiny's definition, unless you have a contrary definition, like this guy says he doesn't like Destiny. The definition that he provides is 1 is an assemblage, meaning a group of people that have come together. 2 is resisting any law or interfering with the course of a government proceeding. 3, this has to be by the way of force or intimidation. 4, this has to be for public concern, not for a private cause.
Okay, so this is okay, so when you say this is Destiny's definition, you're acting like Destiny is God. Who gives a fuck?
Well, he provided this definition from law. He cites it. I think it's pretty.
And the second one, and I'm also curious,
from your side.
Even though, because again, this is just Destiny. I don't really care much about what he thinks. But the second one you mentioned, how do you said leftists? You said leftists fit that definition?
I think leftists specifically are resisting the law of immigration enforcement through force and intimidation by hitting ICE officials with vehicles. And 66 attempts on ICE officers have been attempted according to DHS.gov.
Well, I'm going to read you the true definition of what an insurrection is.
I'd love to hear it.
Wait, let him finish. Let Dirty McNasty finish.
Yes, let him finish. I'd love to hear the definition.
Okay, the definition of an insurrection is, and you could have went and did this before you went through that whole other dissertation, but the definition of an insurrection is a violent uprising or revolt by a group against an established civil or political authority aiming at overthrowing the government or resisting its laws through an organized active opposition, often involving armed defiance rather than just spontaneous disorder. Is significant challenge to state power, differing from riots by its coordination and intended to challenge authority from a form of rebellion by its focus and resisting current ruler rather than establishing a new one though they already are closely related.
Yeah, can I see that source, please?
Can you see that source?
Yes, I'd love
There's
to.
Three sources. There's U.S. legal forms. There's find law. There's law dictionary. Collins.
They have some room to go.
Just a second. I'm answering your question, sir.
I wasn't interrupting. That was the other guy.
Here, I'll do this. I don't know, Diato.
You're good.
Can you give me the big box?
Sure.
There's source number 1, U.S. legal forms. Legal source resources.com. Find Law, dictionaryfindlaw.com. There's another source. Law Dictionary. Oh, that's a .org, the lawdictionary.org. Collins Dictionary, collinsdictionary.com. NPR.org. Oh, that must be the last one right there. Oh, Webster's 1828 dictionary. So I don't know, how many more sources do you need?
Right.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And I say that what you read completely contends with what Destiny's said. It's the exact same thing, except Destiny's is more concise instead of this long.
Well, you know,
can you tell me how it differs exactly?
I'm gonna push back right now, because it's not, by definition, what happened on January 6th, 2021. That was an insurrection, because and I say, and I'm a leftist. Okay, I'll say that as part of the leftist crowd. I'm saying that as a leftist, we have the right. And you even have the right to petition your grievance of government. Do you know where that statement comes from, sir?
I don't know where the statement comes from, but I totally agree. You have the right to protest, sure.
That's right. So, if you agree that the people have a right to protest, then what precisely was Renee Good's wife doing, and what was Renee Good doing that would possibly qualify them for getting a pew-pew to the face?
Yeah, sure. You can, the first two parts of this definition that Destiny provides, I would say that would align with protesting. It's resisting any law, and it's a assemblage of groups. Can you not interrupt and I can finish, please?
Freedom of speech protects us from the government.
You ought to follow
Sure,
me back.
that's fine. I'm trying to make the point, but you're interrupting and not listening. So, as I was saying, one is an assemblage and two is resisting any law. Now, I would say that's a protest and that's fine. Well, you're just interrupting and you're not listening. How can you understand my point?
Privilege is a fucking automatic falsehood. Like, you're lying.
Who said privilege?
You're sitting. You did.
No.
I'm going to read you the First Amendment, disgraceful, because you like it when I read to you.
I said an assemblage, not privilege.
Now listen, I'm going to read to you, and it's going to be a short little paragraph, so pay very close attention. It's called the First Amendment. And what that First Amendment says, Congress, you know who those people are, right? Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. Do you understand that part, the first part?
Yep, I understand that first part.
Okay. Or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Do you understand part two?
I understand part two.
Okay. Or abridging the freedom of speech.
I understand part three. Yeah.
Okay. Of the press.
That's part four. I understand that.
So what they're saying is, wait a minute. I said that. I got a line ahead. I got a line ahead. Or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or of the, here, this is the part that I wanted to get to. So we're going to skip right through to that. Or the right of the people to peacefully assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievance.
Totally agree.
So you know what that last little part there means?
And I would say,
you know what that means?
I would totally agree. And I would say the first point, yeah, I agree. I know what it means. But I would say the first 2 points of my definition follow that. It would be a civil protest. And that's fine. You can have those first 2 points and it not be an insurrection. It doesn't have to be, if you're 1 point into the insurrection, now you're insurrection. You have to have all 4 points of the insurrection. Do you understand? So it can be a protest. I understand there are protest devices going on, but there's also an insurrection going on whenever you hit them with your car because you're using force and intimidation yeah, he did. I can provide you the CNN article that says
can I ask you something?
That he was hit by the car before he shot.
ICE agent should have called her a fucking bitch.
There are times where force is overly excessive, and that's fine, but the 66 other times where ICE officers were hit by cars doesn't excuse that one time. That's anecdotal evidence. You're saying this one thing where he Go ahead.
Okay,
well, my point was that was anecdotal.
Okay,
that's not
disgraceful. Okay, so I'm gonna say this: you have yet to read the actual definition.
Well, my point is he read the definition, and I asked him what contends with Destiny's definition, and he couldn't provide anything that actually contended with the definition. I'm saying that the definitions are identical.
Let me say this. Destiny doesn't provide definitions of words. Destiny
he did. He provided the definition of insurrection during that debate, and I provided it back to you.
I just read verbatim the definition of an insurrection.
Well, and I asked you what contended with Destiny's definition, and you couldn't provide anything.
Or revolt. Okay, just a second. Don't come off fucking mute while I'm talking.
You don't have to be mean. I was pretty polite.
An insurrection is a violent uprising or a revolt by a group against an established civil or political authority aiming to overthrow the government or resist its laws through organized active opposition, often involving armed defiance rather than just spontaneous disorder. It's a significant challenge to state power, differing from a riot by its coordination and intent to challenge authority from rebellion by its focus on resisting current rule rather than establishing a new one, though they are closely related. So, an insurrection right there, it says that it's a violent uprising. Okay? Where did the ICE agent in the Renee Good situation get hit by an automobile?
Well, I think we're moving the goalpost, but I can provide the article that says he was hit before he shot her.
I don't want an article. I want to see
yeah,
video evidence.
It has a video in it that specifically CNN grabbed. CNN had exclusive coverage of this video and provided it. And it's in the article. Would you like to see the article? Or can we get back to the definition specifically? Because I don't think your definition actually contends with Destiny's definition at all.
Hey, Mel.
I think it's the same definition.
I'm here.
Hold on.
Well, why are we cutting me off? I'm trying to contend
because
with the
I
point.
am the mod and I'm cutting you off.
So
I'm the mod.
So we're just power tripping and not listening to my point.
Dirty, do you remember James? Disgraceful. Shut the fuck up for a
Wait,
second.
Christy. Wait, this is not that type. We're trying to talk politics for real.
Oh, okay.
But Disgraceful, please finish.
Well, if you're just going to interrupt me, how is this debate?
I'm not worried.
I was trying to make a concise point, and you specifically silenced me so that I couldn't make a point.
Hey, I'm going to say this as a moderator. Disgraceful. You are disgraceful. Your name fits you because you constantly overtalk and monologue.
I wasn't overtalking.
I was stepping on your neck there. See, there you go. Your box is like
I am now.
And it shouldn't.
I'm being rude now.
Fuck you,
because you're being mean to me. I didn't do anything wrong.
Disgraceful.